with this launch of Waayu app. And today, we'll be also announcing the brand ambassador. So let's see quickly the list of clients that we have. So we have Accenture, Dow Chemicals, Reliance, RPG Group, Infoseps, for whom we are the preferred vendors. So we have a vendor code and we do a lot of IT services projects for them. And you can see the rest of the brands for whom we deliver IT services projects. Next. And innovations. So, and these are some of the platforms that we've built, but these are the successful ones. So in e-commerce, we have Meri Dukaan, where we have digitalized 10,000 plus retail stores. On the media and entertainment side, we have an app called as Dhak Dhak, India Ke Dil Ki Dhadkan, which is similar to TikTok. So there we have 1 million plus users. So this is the kind of number of clients or number of users that we have managed. Next. Now over to you, Anirudh.
Yeah. Coming on to the agenda of the day, Waayu app. Waayu app, most of you must be ordering food from home. Online food delivery is not, again, a new term to everybody. But as far as the model is concerned, yes. Let's look why we ventured into this and what is in it. Yeah. If you look at the market size, typically talking about the market in India, as of 2022, the online food delivery market is $5.3 billion US. And by 2028, right, in just 5 years' time, we are expecting, we have gone through multiple forecast report, analytics reports and all. So the expectation is around $29 to $30 billion. That means we are expecting accumulated average growth of 33% year on year. It's again a huge in any of the industry. So that means we are in the right business, right? So we are in the right business, which is growing at an extremely good pace. Coming on to the share, if you look at, even though the online ordering business is present in 400 to 500 cities in India, but 80% of the business is coming from these 5 cities: Bangalore, Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Pune. So these 5 cities are contributing 80% of the business. And we being headquartered in Pune, starting the operations in Mumbai, we can say we are at the right place to start this product, right? So we already are sitting on to the 2 of top 5, right? Coming on to a business model, traditionally the online aggregators, they participated quite a lot. Nowadays you're seeing every company now and then they're starting their own app. Even the brands are starting their own app. So the classical version, what you call it as, which came into the market, which made the market mature, is the platform to consumer. So the major aggregators currently which are in the industry, they are sitting into the platform to consumer model. Now, with the shortcomings of this model, platform to consumer, many of the restaurants who are facing the heat, who are facing the challenges, moved from that model to restaurant to consumer. That means you can order directly from their website, you can order directly from their apps and all. With Waayu, we have completely made a mix of both worlds. So it's again best of both worlds, where it's again restaurant to customer, but in an aggregator model. So that is where we always say we are an aggregator, but still we are not an aggregator, since we have a direct connect with the restaurants. So this is like giving more empowerment to the restaurant with this hybrid model. That means we're having the right positioning in the market, the right shift between platform to consumer and restaurant to consumer. Yeah, over to you.
Yeah, so now just to tell you how we conceptualize this. So as I told you, we have a platform called as Meri Dukaan, wherein we have digitalized 10,000 plus retail stores. Now we have done that at zero commission model, right? And there we could see the value of having the zero commission model, wherein we were able to empower these retailers, to do their business in a proper way, wherein they had a lot of control. And at the same time, they were able to increase their margins. They were able to focus on, improving their business day on day. So that is how we thought that we should have a zero commission model. There we already did some restaurants, and then we could see this entire case study, wherein the aggregators that we have nowadays, they're charging hefty commissions. So when the business completely belongs to the restaurants, how can some outsider come and charge so hefty commissions? So that's where this zero commission model was completely conceptualized. We brought this concept, we first got it to Ahar team. Ahar
With that, when we're talking about our partners, may I please invite Mr. Sukesh Shetty, current president, Ahar, Indian Hotel and Restaurant Association. Well, the Waayu app was conceptualized along with Ahar, who is aggressively taking the Waayu app initiative ahead. And he, ladies and gentlemen, is known for driving transformations using technology. Let's welcome Mr. Sukesh Shetty. Thank you so much for joining us here, sir. May I quickly ask you to elaborate a little bit about your association with the team?
Yeah. So good evening to all members of the media, district heads, presidents of other associations who are present for this auspicious occasion. Indian Hotels and Association is an 40-year-old body which looks after the interest of restaurants and hotels in Maharashtra. And we have been representing the industry for quite a number of years for different issues. One of the things that there was a traditional way in business was done about 10 years back. And then everybody had built up their platforms or reputation for 40, 50 years of in the industry. And then disruption happens. Technology comes in, and then you have aggregators. Suddenly, data masking happens. The details of the customers are not known, and all this hard work of 30, 40 years goes on a backdrop, and a few aggregators take over the whole system. That is when we start to scratch our heads. Shivananda, or which I call as an elder brother, is here, who is the president before me. That is when we all sat together, what needs to be done in this. During the presentation to one of the union ministers, Shri Gadkari ji, in that, we had brought up this problem of aggregators and this menace that we were facing as an industry. So for that, he said that, you instead of going on complaining, why don't you come out with your own solution? Why don't you come up with your own app? That is when our team, the whole team of office bearers and subcommittee members and the whole industry came together. And that is how Anirudh and Mandar, that is how we came together in 6 to 8 months. I don't want to repeat the same things which I've said. And that is how this came to existence. So there is 2 or 3 different aspects to this. One is the customer angle and one is the restaurant angle. So we had to take care of our interest also. So the zero commission, where we thought the difference between the straight ordering and ordering to aggregators was nearly 30% difference. So we wanted to close that gap. And that is how this thing happened. I'm so happy today. So this app is for the industry, from the industry. So that is what it is. So there is a wide acceptance and a tremendous response that we got from all the member fraternities. And there was a gap which was that we taken. And Happy Dustech, along with Ahar, and all other associations which are involved in representation have come and taken this thing forward. A big round of applause for them. Thank you. And so that is what it is. And the zero commission is a game changer, and it is there to stay. And we are there, part of this organization, this transformation. A fresh disruption will happen. And in that disruption, we all part of this disruption. And we're happy to be disrupted again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for that unwavering support. And our co-founders, thank you so much for that. May I please request you to be seated? Please take your seats. With that, ladies and gentlemen, the moment that all of us have been waiting for is a very good evening, sir.
Thank you, thank you. I'm on fire. I think Waayu's on fire. Congratulations and thank you all for being here, and an absolute honor. I genuinely feel it's a homecoming because resolves a lot of problems, and they always say where there's a problem and if you can get a solution to that problem, that's when you're going to be super successful. So predicting that we are going to be super successful, I'd like to congratulate Anirudh and Mandar, and of course the entire team of Ahar, Sukesh, all of you, and the other associations that are here. Thank you so very much for being here. And this is the much needed support the restaurant industry has been looking for, and Like they say, the aggregators making more money probably than the owners ever did. You know, I come from a small Udupi background, and I know how difficult it was for Dad to manage that through his life. You know, what we took home was just basics. And जैसे कहते थे ना, दूध, खाना पीना, वो सब सप्लाई हो जाता था घर में, और हम खा पी के खुश रहते थे. So I think this is one major step that will help all these smaller establishments and individual restaurants to grow. So congrats. And I think there's a Navy that's coming, and yeah, so.
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, it is time for the AV. Let's take a look at the AV. Can we please have the lights dim? Back along with the co-founders, Mr. Mandar and Mr. Anirudh, to join us back on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, do you want to put your hands together as we have them right here on stage? Truly, before we do anything else, may I request all of you three gentlemen to please step forward for a group picture. Mr. Shetty, would you like to say something about the entire experience that we've just had and about the reason that we are here?
I mean, I think the demo says it all, and everybody's spoken. But why you? Everybody's saying, why you? Why not somebody else? I guess because I'm also I've been a part of this industry. That's where I grew up. That's where I learned everything that I did in my life. And I honestly believe Waayu is, for me, is like the Udupi restaurants that stand in Mumbai, dependable, hygienic, serving everything at the right prices. So I think Waayu is that app that'll bridge solve the problem that restaurants are facing with aggregators. While the aggregators have done a commendable job, during the pandemic, there was a problem, and they came up with a solution. Now, when the solution has become a problem, you need another solution, and that's why Waayu, and that's why zero commission. You know, so when somebody is bleeding, if you can stop that bleeding, it'll help a hell of a lot. Which means customers benefit, the restaurateurs benefit, the industry overall benefits. You know, it's a very tough place with all the taxes that are there, the property prices. The prices of the products itself. The restaurant business is a very, very tough business. You need to work 24/7. When the world is partying, they're serving, they're working, and that's where I come from. You know, when somebody tells me today, Sunil, 32 years in the industry, and you're still like a young, you're enthusiastic child, working, never say no to work, because that's my culture. So thank you to Anirudh and Mandar that they gave me an opportunity to be a part of this, because somewhere down the line I also feel, I'm contributing in my own way through this app, but would probably make a difference to the industry. And so all I can say is thank you. Thank you, Ahar, for supporting it. Unbelievable. Thank you. Thank you to all the associations. I think we all need it. We all need it. We've all realized it. We couldn't fight them. But somewhere down the line, small beginnings only happen. So if Nitinji has said, now we'll go to Nitinji and say, yeah, Nitinji, we've come up with this. Now you support us further, and I'm sure he will. Likewise in the center. I'm very, very sure, because it's for the people, by the people. You can't go wrong. One India, one people.
Fantastic. Thank you for those wonderful insights. I'm sure that every single person here resonates with your thoughts. May I please now also invite Mr. Sukesh Shetty to join all of our gentlemen, and we are going to be having the Q&A. Could we please get the couches up on stage for the Q&A? Can we please get the chairs? Ladies and gentlemen, as we get this prepared, I have to tell you that we are very glad to have Sunil sir here. May I request Mandar and Anirudh to please extend a token of appreciation to Mr. Shetty for joining us here. May I please request you to step forward? as we have the chairs joining us up on stage. While this is happening, ladies and gentlemen, the floor is now open for Q&A. So yes, you can have your hands raised and we shall hand over the mics to you for your questions. May I request all of you gentlemen to please take your seats.
Hi, this is Lokesh Shastri from MTI News. Firstly, congratulations on a great app. It will definitely work wonders for not only the people who are already there in the business, and it will work wonders for the people who are probably wanting to enter, but because of the challenges that they face with the two big players in the market. So now my question is that since the existing players who are there are already facing some challenges, some losses in their own businesses, you are offering it at 0% commissions. They are charging 20 to 30%. How do you, plan to survive in this competitive market? And how do you plan to give that customer service and the technology and everything without having much cost at 0%?
Thank you. It's a wonderful question. Yes, as you rightly said, the leaders are bleeding, right? That will relate to the model, how it started. It started with burning a lot of cash, creating unnecessary burden onto the restaurants. Now they are in the phase of recovering the burned cash, right? So that is where they're bleeding. And that recovery is happening somewhere in the form of commissions. With the model, what we have, it's pretty sustainable model. Reason being, we're very, again, what you call it a zero cost marketing is the stuff we are doing over here. Restaurant is our brand ambassador, right? Because that's the very source where you can do a lot of branding. It's your existing customer, right? So you're asking your customer to order from some platform and again, asking to shed a lot of money on every order, right? So we're going to take that thing off, right? We have a clear pricing model identified. We have 15 different pricing streams, revenue streams. Again, it's a sustainable model. As I said, we have one-time setup fee for a restaurant and a monthly operating fee. We are not getting into their transactions, but at the same time, we are helping restaurant to grow the business. So the scale is going to bring us more sustainability, more business, and we have the ambassador in the business, which is the restaurants, which will help us to spend in a very result-driven way and bring in more orders, more customers, build loyalty and repeat orders at a phenomenally low cost to keep the margins quite high. And just to tell you, we are cash flow positive from day zero.
And just to add to that, we have 16 different revenue streams, which will commence after we hit certain numbers. So we'll definitely do a lot of good business. We're good at that. We're good in technology. We're good in technology commercialization. So we'll do it.
Hello. Yeah, hi sir. Anjana here from News Helpline. So first of all, I would like to wish you all the best for this wonderful venture. And my question is regarding, since this is somewhere associated to FMCG, and we have seen one of the biggest problem in FMCG sector, the shelf life in the logistic is the biggest factor which have been problematic for the startups to survive or the business to survive. So how will you tackle that situation? And itself you have said that your commission is 0%. So will you go for the burn in the market, or how will the survival possible?
So to answer your question, if you look at the current aggregator models, they're also charging delivery fees. And thanks to the delivery partners which are there alongside us, Grab, Dunzo, and the strongest delivery partner which the aggregators are not using, restaurants' own delivery fleet, right? So we have created a flexible delivery model where restaurant can opt for the delivery system what they want. So we'll be adding more and more delivery partners, which are strength. And if you look at the delivery market, which is much more mature, even the delivery partners who are operating just as delivery companies are having larger fleet than any aggregators in the business. Just take a case of Amazon is riding on 5 different delivery partners. Earlier, Amazon used to do their own deliveries. So same way, we have strong delivery network, delivery partners, and the restaurant's own delivery fleet coming into play. We add a huge, huge chunk of supply as far as delivery network is concerned. Delivery won't be an issue.
Yeah, I would just like to add, So traditionally there was business in place, so there was deliveries happening, there was home deliveries happening in a very traditional way wherein people used to pick up the phone calls and call up. Still the online platform may be probably 5 to 7% of the total market traditionally. And so there is a place wherein the business is already happening. You are extending, this becomes an extension of the restaurant itself. So it's a marketing arm. There's no middle person out there. That's all we are eliminating. So business will continue to happen. Like Mandar and Anirudh said, they have their own delivery partners. Each restaurants, probably traditionally owned restaurants, have anything but between 2 to 15 people as delivery partners. So when they can't suffice that orders, that is when Dunzo and all this come in place. So as this market grows, the maturity of the market grows, this will also come in place as it is. So it is not a very new concept. You're just adopting to the new technology and adopting from one way to another. So it is not educating and then putting so much of that is not there in this case.
Sunil sir, I would like to know from you that what would be your first choice of food if you'll order from Waayu app?
If I order from Waayu app, I have to look for the healthy options. I'm a bad customer for them. But I have to look for healthy options. And when the restaurants are your partners, why worry about anything? That's the most important thing. Everybody talks about cash burn. MSMEs भी है. हमारे बाप दादा भी थे जो रेस्टोरेंट चलाते थे, सक्सेसफुली चलाते थे. बच्चों को एडुकेट किया, उन्होंने सब कुछ किया. आज वो मार्जिन्स बाहर जा रहा है, and that has to stop. And the idea is that. So I think if you have to operate like a bootstrapped company, and when you take your restaurateurs as your partners, the customer base is already there. That's what you're looking for. And when you already have that customer base, they're the ones who are going to go out and say, यार मेरे तो 25% बच गया यार, मेरे लिए तो इतना बच गया. Restaurants will start offering their own schemes, to be able to push their food. They can afford to do that now. They can afford to add value to the products that they already have, which will make a huge difference. And in a city like Mumbai, where everybody is working today, be it man, woman, everybody is working. I think the best form of advertising is the customer and the restaurants themselves. Nothing else can get you that kind of reach. And that is this. I think the entire burn factor has been left behind. And the old MSME's form of business is being adapted. And that's why we'll adjust.
अन्ना जी आपके सामने सोहेल भाई रुको जी. अन्ना जी आपके सामने जब डिनर टेबल पर होते हैं आप फैमिली के साथ, तब वहाँ भी कुछ फूड में हेरा फेरी करते हैं आप, लाइक आतिया, यू, राहुल?
ऑफ कोर्स, इसलिए वायु के साथ जुड़ा हूँ क्योंकि बहुत बड़ी हेरा फेरी होने वाली है. जो बाकी के पार्टनर्स हो अब सोचने वाले कि ये तो इतनी बड़ी हेरा फेरी हुई. और याद रखिए, जब मेरे से हेरा फेरी जुड़ता है तो एक पॉजिटिव वे में ही जुड़ा है. हमने एंटरटेन किया हमारे पहली फिल्म में भी. मैं बाकी कोई हेरा फेरी करता नहीं और बाकी हेरा फेरी से जुड़ता नहीं. तो ये हेरा फेरी ज़रूर होगी. जैसे कि मैंने कहा कि लोग आए, प्रॉब्लम के लिए एक सोल्यूशन दिए, फिर वही प्रॉब्लम बने, तो फिर हेरा फेरी तो करनी पड़ेगी ना.
Hi, this is Sohail here. A big congratulations to all the dignitaries and the entire team of Waayu. मेरा सवाल है कि कभी भी कोई किसी भी तरह का कोई रेवोल्यूशन आता है, जैसे कि like we have these apps, तो होटल बिजनेस जहाँ पर माय क्वेश्चन इज टू सुनील सर, आपने देखा है कि आपके फादर, ग्रैंडफादर जिन्होंने ये बिजनेस कैरी किया, या ऑल दोज पीपल दोज वर इन द होटल बिजनेस, इन फैक्ट इट इज़ अ टफ जॉब, राइट फ्रॉम आपको सब खरीदी करना, रात को भी आप काम करते, सुबह जल्दी उठ जाना एंड प्रिपरेशन एंड ऑल दैट, इट्स अ वेरी टफ थिंग तो जहाँ पर ये जब ऐप आता है, डिलीवरी घर पर हो जाती है, तो जो लोग होटल्स में आकर पहले जो डिनर, लंच, व्हाट एवर द मील दे यूज्ड टू एंजॉय, उस चीज़ में भी एक्चुअली काफ़ी फ़र्क पड़ गया है. और आई हैव सीन लाइक देयर आर होटल्स व्हिच हैव क्लोज्ड आल्सो. द अदर पार्ट, लाइक इफ़ यू आर दिस साइड, द अदर साइड इज आल्सो देयर. तो हाउ यू ट्राई टू कंसिडर, लाइक अन्ना आपसे मैं जानना चाहूँगा थोड़ा बहुत.
आई थिंक दैट इज़ नॉट ट्रू. इफ़ यू सी द F&B एंड द ट्रैवल बिजनेस हैज़ ग्रोन मल्टीफोल्ड्स पोस्ट पैंडेमिक के टाइम पे ज़रूर तकलीफ हुई होगी, और क्योंकि डीप पॉकेट्स होते नहीं हैं और ब्रांड्स ने इंडिविजुअल ब्रांड्स चलते हैं, फैमिलीज बिजनेसेस चलाती है, बाप बेटे बच्चे मिलकर ये चलाते हैं. I see it only increasing. Because experience जो रेस्टोरेंट का है वो अलग ही है. लोग भी चाहते हैं कि यार घर ऑर्डर करके खाने से अच्छा है कि हम बाहर जाके खाएं. वहाँ के एटमॉस्फेयर आप देखिए, रेस्टोरेंट्स बदल चुके हैं, उनकी इंटीरियर्स बदल चुकी है. और आज अगर F&B एक्सपीरियंस लेंगे आप मुंबई में, शायद न्यूयॉर्क और दुबई और ऐसे जगहों से आप इजीली कंपेयर कर सकते हैं. Whereas we are far cheaper. We are far cheaper than the UK or the US, fine dining or other restaurants. So I don't think this is true. As a matter of fact, at home dining भी increase ही होगा because of apps like these. There could be Waayu, there could be another app that comes. This kind of competition is very, very welcome, where the beneficiaries are the restaurateurs and the customers both.
I've seen the fine dining what you're talking about. We've seen in maybe Andheri area. There are lots of. Har saal mein we see one place coming up, and after 1 or 2.5 years, you see there's another name. In fact, I don't know exactly.
Somewhere down the line,
lots of from last
the business plan may not be right. अगर आप ये सोच रहे हैं कि आप ये बिजनेस में आओगे क्योंकि ये चलता है, क्योंकि वो चलता है, ये यहाँ मेहनत बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. आज जो मेरे राइट में बैठे हो दिन भर सुबह 5 बजे चालू करते होंगे रात को 12 बजे तक. मैं आज 100 इंडस्ट्री में अगर टिका हूँ पिछले 30 साल से, इट्स बिकॉज ऑफ माई स्कूलिंग फ्रॉम द हॉस्पिटैलिटी इंडस्ट्री. क्योंकि हमारे लिए कुछ गलत था ही नहीं. मेरे लिए सर्व करना गलत था नहीं, मेरे लिए कस्टमर्स को लिए दरवाज़ा खोलना गलत था ही नहीं. अगर कोई मुझे गाली देकर जाता था, पिताजी हमेशा कहते थे कुछ बोलना मत उसको, क्योंकि हमारी ऑडियंस थी जो कैप्टिव ऑडियंस थी, एक एरिया की थी. बाहर से लोग हमारे लिए वहाँ नहीं आते थे. तो अगर उसने मुझे कुछ कहा और मैं उससे चिढ़ गया तो मेरा एक कस्टमर कम होता था. तो हमने हमेशा कस्टमर एक्वायर करने के लिए सीखा, हमने झुक के काम करना सीखा हुआ है. आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाट द हॉस्पिटैलिटी इंडस्ट्री टीचेस यू. एंड ओनली इफ़ यू हैव दैट काइंड ऑफ अ माइंड सेट कि नहीं मैं मेहनत करूँगा और आज टेक्नोलॉजी के द्वारा और भी आगे बढ़ूंगा, यू कैन सर्वाइव. वैसे तो हर बिजनेस में लोग खुलते हैं और बंद होते हैं. फिल्में कितनी बनती हैं, फिल्में कितनी अटकी पड़ी हुई है, लेकिन रिलीज वही होता है जो अच्छे होते हैं. तो आई थिंक इट्स अ पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ एवरी बिजनेस. आई बिलीव दिस इज द बेस्ट पीरियड for this industry, and I pray that there are a lot more apps like Waayu that come in, follow this method and say, you know what, revenue streams अलग कर लेंगे, memberships कर लेंगे, लेकिन 30% की मार्जिन है, 30% शायद ही मार्जिन है, वो ही आप लेकर जा रहे हो तो आप क्या लोगे. जैसे कि मैंने कहा, हम लोग सर्वाइव होते थे क्योंकि घर से दूध, रेस्टोरेंट से दूध, रेस्टोरेंट से चावल, रेस्टोरेंट से वेजिटेबल्स, रेस्टोरेंट से सब कुछ आता था. तो पिताजी के एक चीज़ पता था कि फैमिली मेरी भूखी नहीं रहेगी, बाकी एजुकेशन के लिए प्रोवाइड करना था जिसके लिए वो मेहनत करते थे. दैट्स व्हाई आई हैव ऑलवेज अप्रिशिएटेड एवरीथिंग इन माय लाइफ.
Right. Hi. Kabir here from Entrepreneur India. First of all, congratulations to the founders for getting our very own Gopi Kishan as the brand ambassador. Now, a question for the co-founders. You're going against the giants in the industry. So was there a time when people would come up to you and say that, you're taking up a very big challenge? And what was that like?
Yes, as you rightly said, it's a very big challenge. But the important difference is here, restaurateurs are from our side, right? So we're not from an outside. The representation is coming from restaurant. So that's the very difference. We're not a third party. We're not an external player. We are an extended arm, sir, as rightly always says that. We are an extended arm to the restaurant. So that plays a very different role that you don't have to spend on acquiring restaurants, right? So we are standing alongside restaurants. So the restaurant acquisition costs go down. So for customers, if you take any restaurant in Mumbai, the ones which are attached to Waayu, these are iconic, right? So forget about restaurant, the dishes are famous. So footfall is tremendous. So we have lot of dots to connect, right? and that too will be connecting at a very low or zero marketing kind of budget, which definitely drives us. And with Sunil sir in place, right? So we got that mileage. If you look at the aggregators, they're bleeding. They are in a place. One of them already have hit quite badly in the share market. Second is on the verge of getting, and nobody is making profits. So again, still in spite of doing that, it's not a sustainable model. And compared to us, we are revenue positive from day zero. With restaurant our side, ambassador like Sir, Visionary, and even Complete Ahar and other associations to our side, we will be able to definitely tackle the Herculean task.
Yeah, and just to add to what Anirudh said, since we have the restaurants on our side, we exactly understand the pain points of the industry. And that's where we are capitalizing. So wherever we see a pain point, it's basically a feature in our app. Right, so this is how we have related, this is how we have joined the dots. And then with addition of Mr. Sunil Shetty to our team, I mean, it's like addition of another co-founder. I mean, I don't see him as a brand ambassador. He's definitely a brand ambassador, but he's our co-founder. So I remember the day when we met for the first time, sir, and we pitched about Waayu. He was so happy, you know, that someone from the tech background coming and talking about a zero commission model. And then he had so many ideas, you know, which he thought, you know, which can take Waayu to the next level. And that's where we could see that synergy. And that's where we decided, okay, we are at the right place. We have the right, you know, person standing with us who will take us to the next level. And of course, we have the entire industry with us. We have Ahar. They have backed us up like anything. I mean, they are with us. You can imagine the presidents are calling us 5 times a day just to check how the status is. I mean, that's the kind of commitment we see, right? Then we have all the presidents of different associations who are here today just on a phone call. They are here because they believe in the concept. And that's where we are heading to. It's going to be a major success that you all can see. You can vouch for it. We'll be coming again and again. We'll be doing pressers in a lot of cities. And there you could, you know, count our mileage.
Hi. Sunil sir, this is Vicky from eTimes. A question for you. With food comes fitness, and with fitness comes cricket. So I would like to ask you, how is Rahul after the thigh injury, emotionally and physically, and how much bearing do you think it will have on the WTC final in his absence?
I think India has got a great team, and these things continue to happen. I guess we all have to pray for his speedy recovery. He gets into surgery tomorrow and should be back soon and fighting. He's a sportsman. He plays for the country, so country above everything else. And I think no individual player is bigger than the country. So WTC India has got a phenomenal team, an unbelievable amount of talent sitting on that bench there. So maybe it's that one more opportunity, you know, for another boy to go there and shine. Rahul got the opportunity in the same way. Yeah, I want everybody to pray for his recovery. That's about it.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, there's a question right there.
Hi, Samir here from Movie Talkies. Sunil Anna here. Sir, celebrities, you know, are often blamed for, you know, endorsing brands if something goes wrong. So what are your thoughts, you know, because you are one of those celebrities who hasn't, you know, endorsed any wrong thing yet. And secondly, since you are the man who would, you know, masses connect to, आप कैसे कहना चाहोगे, how safe is Waayu app for them?
I mean, first of all, I've been lucky that nothing's gone wrong with any of the brands I've endorsed. It's also about a lot of luck. We go with a lot of faith. Everybody believes that what you're doing is probably right. See, I've never seen money over anything else. For me, money has never been important. The brand has been important. I may be wrong. I might make the wrong choices. But if you tell me ये करना, I'm very clear कि मेरे पास लाना भी मत. मैं बात भी नहीं करूँगा. लेकिन ये क्या है, मैं इस इंडस्ट्री को मैंने हमेशा बिलोंग किया है. मेरे पिताजी ने बिलोंग किया हुआ है. यहाँ मैं देख रहा हूँ कि एक बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है, वो सॉल्व हो रही है. और स्टार्टअप, और इसका मतलब ही ये है कि जब आपको एक प्रॉब्लम दिखाई देती, वही आपकी अपॉर्चुनिटी है. क्या उसे आप सॉल्व कर सकते हो, कैसे सॉल्व कर सकते हो, वो आपके टेक पे, आपके मैनेजमेंट पे बेस्ड है. यहाँ एक छोटी सी टीम है, एक बहुत ही पॉजिटिव कंजर्वेटिव टीम, लेकिन पॉजिटिव टीम है। और साथ साथ जब एस्टैब्लिशमेंट्स ही आपके पार्टनर्स हैं, वो तो 30% पार्टनर्स ही हुए ना, क्योंकि वो ही उनकी बचत भी है, और उससे ना ही वो अपने कस्टमर्स को फ़ायदा दे सकते हैं, लेकिन अपने रेस्टोरेंट्स के अपग्रेडिंग की भी बात कर सकते हैं कंटिन्यूसली। तो एक बहुत बड़ा मार्जिन है कि उसी मार्जिन पे तो सब कुछ बसा हुआ है F&B इंडस्ट्री में। सो आई थिंक इट्स अ नो ब्रेनर। अगर फेल भी हुए तो दोबारा कोशिश करेंगे, कुछ और करेंगे जहाँ दैट्स व्हाई आई हैट्स ऑफ टू अनिरुद्ध, मंदार, Anna sitting here, Sukesh, for believing that they can make that change. And it's because it's only belief that can do it. And it's already happening. 1,000+ restaurateurs already है। और अगर आप जैसे कस्टमर्स हुए, आप लोगों ने इसे एनकरेज किया, तो हो जाएगा। आज रेस्टोरेंट बॉयज़ की बात कर रहे हैं, मैं बोला आप हम डब्बे वाले को क्यों नहीं इन्वॉल्व करते? उनकी बहुत बड़ी टीम है, क्यों वो नहीं बन सकते वो लोग जो डिलीवरी सिस्टम को हैंडल कर सकते हैं? दे हैव बीन द बैकबोन ऑफ मुंबई। तो आई थिंक बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जो एक एक करके हम इन्वॉल्व कर सकते हैं और इसे ग्रो कर सकते हैं, लेकिन इसमें सबकी ज़रूरत होती है। एंड लाइक आई सेड, कैश बर्न को अगर हम अवॉइड करके कैश पॉजिटिव चले और एक MSME की माइंडसेट से हम चले, आई डोंट थिंक वाई वी कैन गो रॉन्ग।
Hello. Yeah. This is a very excellent recall value brand name, Waayu. Congratulations for that. Hi, Anna.
Hi, Jyoti.
Yeah. I wanted to check with you that besides the zero commission benefit that is passed on to the customer, do you also ensure quick delivery? Because Waayu represents, speed. Yeah, so in terms of, will the waiting time be reduced drastically, or, what is the kind of assurance?
See, as it is that the question was answered in a previous thing, we are part of this whole process. The restaurant owner is responsible for servicing his restaurants. It is not a third party. As I said, we are part of this Waayu team, and customers are dear to us. So we already have our ROD systems in place. We're already doing businesses. And all the other Denso and all the other professional logistic companies are involved in this. So it is not a try and error. So this has been established over a period of time, and people have tried and managed this thing on. So that is very clear in our mind that thing. Things may goof off. It still happens in Zomato. In other aggregators, you still have goof offs. It's not that 100% delivery is concept which is only on paper. So there will be about 95-96% of this. So that will continue with this, and we are sure that this will be resolved, because like Anna said, that the restaurant are themselves part of this. The technology team is part. They are not different. There's not a third party. We are all together in this, and we are going to see that we take this forward with positivity. That, like Anna said, that taking that big leap of faith and going ahead and doing something on your own, that is what we're doing. So we'll go all out in doing what needs to be done.
So adding on to what Sukesh sir told, think this model हमने एक बहुत बड़ा flexibility build किया है, right? So delivery जितना आप सोच रहे हो या जो challenges है, उससे हम एक step आगे है in terms of creating flexibility, right? So with partners like Dunzo and Grab in place, we can deliver almost 30 kilometers in Mumbai, right? So it's an delivery up to a level which none of the aggregator, even the restaurant, can do. Let's say your food is ready, the customer is next door, right? Most of the delivery, 70% plus, are in the perimeter 2 to 3 kilometers, right? Restaurants are equipped to pick that order immediately and deliver. Don't wait even for any third party to assign you a delivery boy. You keep on checking status. You'll see, okay, your delivery is late. It'll arrive in 60 minutes and woo-ha, 5 minutes early. Not like that, right? So it's again, you get proper timing, you know when the food is ready. And we will be adding more and more partners over here. So if the delivery market is maturing, we are using that flexibility in place, right? So rather than sticking onto one model, somebody will come and pick, let's say if there are party orders, right? The party orders with 100 guests dining in, right? So are the current platform able to do? No. But with the model which we have developed, we have partners which are coming, which can do a bulk delivery, a large delivery, party orders, right? So delivery, we are bringing more flexibility, right? So it's again, definitely delivery has its own challenges in terms of logistic, people-driven, traffic, Mumbai, and all those things are there. These are there across the industry. The challenge is how we solve, how we tackle, right? So that is where we have a very strong position in place. We're working like delivery partners in place. अगर New Year आ रहा है, हमें पता है कि extreme orders आने वाले हैं. So the partners have come up with the model. Even we can have dedicated delivery boys outside a restaurant, right? So who can pick your load and deliver. We have delivery clubbing. So all these things are there, which nobody have thought. That's what जो 6 महीना हमें लगा है, right? To conceptualize, tech is already there, right? Restaurant problems है. Our main focus was how we make a flexible model जहाँ पे multiple problems, be it commissions, be it challenge of customer data, we address those things. So with delivery, we have made fantastic inroad to make the model more and more flexible, where restaurant can choose which option to go for.
Yeah, and just to relate about the word Waayu, definitely it talks about speed, but we want to optimize that speed. We want to ensure that we are delivering value for money. Basically, the food will go in right condition, to the person who has ordered. So that is our motive. Again, we'll be realistic here. But again, about Waayu as a speed, we want to relate it with our growth, and that's how we want to grow from now on.
Fantastic. Maybe we can take one last question.
Yes. So for that, like we are moving towards greener initiatives. We are in discussions with the restaurants, with the associations, as well as with our delivery partners, and we're trying our best to get greener in all possible ways. Definitely, as an organization, we are responsible towards green initiatives, and we have already started working on those lines.
Great. There is one last, I think. Yes, very quickly.
Hello. Good afternoon. As you previously said about the hotel line being the backbone of Mumbai, amongst the traditional delivery system of the Dabba system, so will Waayu also be joining hands with such traditional delivery system in the future?
Yes. So as Anirudh rightly explained, the model that we have built is we are trying to create that flexibility wherein we can add any delivery partner who wants to join hands with Waayu and help the restaurants to deliver. So that will create an UPI-like environment for delivery. So the way we see payments now, we can do payments very easily with any app. Likewise, we'll be having different delivery options available. So Dabbawala can be one great option, as Anna suggested. And we are definitely positive about getting in partners, because today's world is a world of shared economy. The more you share, the more you grow. So that's how we are looking at it. We are really open for all the partnerships.
Great. With that, thank you so much, gentlemen, for all of those lovely answers, and thank you so much for the questions. May I request you please step forward, and may I please request Mr. Pradeep Shetty, President, Hotel and Restaurant Association, Western India, to join us, and Mr. Pranav Rungta, Head of NRAI, that's National Restaurant Association of India, Mumbai, to please join us on stage for a picture. We do have yet another few dignitaries who are going to be joining us.